Hey guys, it's Katie here. If you're unfamiliar with me, I am the Katie behind all of the patterns at Katie DeGroff Knits, the host of the What Katie Knits podcast, which you're currently enjoying, and creator of all of the other videos you see here on my channel. Please take a moment and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on another one of my videos. And because you're watching and you are one of my favorite people ever, drop me a comment with what you're working on while we catch up. Today is episode 40, oh my gosh, of the What Katie Knits podcast. And today for me is Thursday, August 6th. As for what I am drinking out of a brand new gifted mug to me by a very special friend, Kelsey of the Littlest Charm Co. I'm so happy to be able to call her a friend. She's the sweetest person ever. I offered to sew her an oven skirt, which I've never done before. I was like, it'll be super fun. I'll get to learn how to use my buttonhole foot on my sewing machine, and I'll get to learn about ruffles and pleats and all kinds of stuff. It'll be fun for me to do. Kelsey being Kelsey, she sent me the sweetest package in the mail as a thank you for this. And she doesn't even have the damn oven skirt yet. It's upstairs. It is finished, but me being me, I have to, make her an extra surprise to go with the oven skirt. So as soon as I get that done, it'll be off in the mail to her. But anyway, oh my goodness, shiny object. She sent me the sweetest care package. Literally brought tears to my eyes. She sent me a brand new mug from What She Said Pottery. She has an Etsy store. Seriously, she gets it. She gets me. Oh my goodness. And also in the package too, it's total side note, not to what I'm drinking, because I'm not drinking it. But she sent me nail polish because she knows I love nail polish. And she's like, they're not the brightest, most fun colors, but I thought they were you. And I thought they were good, classic colors. Somehow I don't have them. I have baskets of nail polish. She sent me OPI nail polish. And I left the bottle upstairs. But it's this beautiful steel blue color. And she sent me two. And I left this one out because I'm like, I'm going to wear that one first. And I was standing at the kitchen countertop talking to John. And I look underneath at the name. So I texted her. I'm like, do you have any idea what that nail polish is called? The colorway is called Alpaca My Bags. I was like, you got to be kidding me. She picked out a wool themed, well, not wool, but, yarn fiber themed nail polish too. She had no idea. But sweetest package from one of the sweetest humans on this planet. Okay, back to what I'm drinking. I am drinking out of my brand new mug. In it, I am drinking Midnight Tea's Mothman, my absolute favorite tea. And I just hopped on Instagram this morning and they turned 4 years old today. So happy birthday, Midnight Teas. As always, everything I talk about, shops, places to get things, any patterns, anything will be linked in the description box below, as well as everywhere else you can find me on the worldwide interwebs. Okay, today I have a regular podcast episode. Last time we chatted, we did a sock talk, which those have been so fun. I have a new sock talk planned for next week with some brand new fun ideas, which I will get into. I've been keeping a secret. John and myself have been working feverishly behind the scenes for at least the last 3 months on something big. And I'm ready to give you a little sneak preview today. There are timestamp chapters as well as closed captions. If you want to use them down below, let's get into it. I have one finished object for you today. I showed it on Sock Talk, but I haven't showed it on a regular podcast episode, so I figured I would show it here. These are the Dragonfly Socks by Leah Gibson of Leah Loves to Knit. She has a great podcast here on YouTube. This pattern's been out for a little while. I picked it up as soon as she came out with it, and I just hadn't made it yet. So I was like, this is perfect timing. So this is the Dragonfly Socks pattern. The main color is Peepaloo Fields in the colorway Crackle. She does not dye anymore, which is super, super sad. I wish I would have gotten more of her yarn while she was still dyeing. But deep stash dive on this one. And then the accent colors are two colorways by Solstice Fibers, and which I got from a row 1 month. I alternated The colorways on this one, I did a purple cuff and purple toe, and then a peach heel, and then I rotated them on the other one. I absolutely love this pattern. Super simple, very easy to memorize, very intuitive. The only modification I made, I even knit the cuff to pattern, which is so unlike me because I fold all my cuffs. I'm like addicted to it. It's like I knit a cuff and I just have to fold it. But took a breath and I'm like, I just want to knit this to pattern. So I knit the cuff to pattern. I did change the heel. I did do a shadow wrap heel, but on this one, I'm starting to play with the numbers on my shadow wrap heels. Normally, if I have a sock that is not a shorty, I will cast on 72 stitches. And then typically the row before the heel, I decreased to my 64. Well, if you remember seeing these, I'm just gonna call these my combo socks for now because it was a combination of two Summerly patterns. Anyway, I had striped my shadow wrap heel. It's beautiful, it fits well, but when it's on, I can't see this contrast very well. It almost looks like it's too small and it's just like out of place a little bit. So I'm like, I'm gonna play with my numbers a little bit. So I worked the heel at 72 stitches, then I decreased. And I can see it better now. Really doesn't give me, it gives me like absolute teeny tiniest bit more room. So it still fits fabulous, but I can see the contrast color a little better now. I will show you later on in WIPs where I'm playing with adding patterning to my shadow wraps as well. And if you're wondering what these are on, that's a little sneak peek for later. Let's move on to WIPs. If I wasn't working behind the scenes so feverishly, my frost lines would have easily been done, but I did make a lot of progress. I have not one, but two sleeves done, bound off, and all of my ends are woven in, except for two. I've got one up here and I've got one down here on the hem. Those are gonna run right along my button band. So I didn't wanna weave those in yet, but if you're familiar with the Frost Lines Cardigan pattern by Andrea Mowry, shoot that up there real quick, you will know that every single row, you're cutting your accent colors. I'm sure there's a way around it. I'm sure there's a way to carry your yarn or slip your stitches back the other way or something. I'm sure there's a way where you don't have to cut it. But the easiest way to do it is to just cut your accent colors every round, which in turn leaves a zillion ends. I finished the first sleeve and bound off and woven. All I had was a couple of ends because I did carry my yarns on my sleeve. So I wove in all my ends on one side and I'm like, yes, I felt like a rock star. And then I failed to remember that I had the same exact number of ends on the other side. So I finished my second sleeve last night and bound off and then wove in the rest of the ends, except for the few that are going to be right up against the button band. I've been trying to take better notes, keep better track of my patterns on Ravelry, and I was doing so good until I got to sleeve 2. And I'm like, did I do anything different? I'm like, oh, I've been really good. I'll hop on Ravelry. Hopped on Ravelry to find nothing. Not a thing. So, yeah, that was fun. It was pretty easy to count my stitches and whatnot. But then it came to, I decided to stripe my sleeve cuffs just like I striped the bottom hem. I may, and I think I'm more than going to be fine now, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be playing yarn chicken with the main color. So I didn't want to do the whole bottom hem and the sleeve cuffs in main color and then be like, oh crap, I can't do the button band now. And I really wanted to do the button band in the main color. Anyway, I did sleeve 1. Then I get to sleeve cuff 2, and I'm like, shoot, how many rows of this last color did I do before the tubular bind off setup row? Couldn't remember. So I worked 2, and it was really 1. You can see the difference. This one is ever so slightly taller, just by a hair. But when I block it, nobody will ever know. I am so happy with this pattern. Oh my gosh. Now, I've never knit a double knit button band before, and I totally despise picking up the 1,000 stitches you're going to need to do. But in the pattern, I was reading it this morning, and she says to block it, and I totally agree with that. I'm going to block it to make sure the last thing I want to do is have a button band that cinches the whole thing in, and I can't block it out. So I'm going to pump the brakes on this for just a second, and I am going to block it. And then I will pick up my stitches for my button band. But I cannot wait to wear this. I think I am just going to live in this thing. It's the perfect weight for me. It is just amazing. So as far as yarns I've used, I know I've talked about this several times, but I will just do a quick refresher. And I couldn't find my ball bands because Micah's lying on them. So I tied all these together. The main color is Rico Fiber in the colorway Stingray on her worsted base. I picked that up at the Fiber Witch Festival in Salem this year. The accent colors are both by Hue Loco. The solid color is Tangerine, and then the other color is from a one pot fade. I love this color, so I really want to use. I did all my absolute bind offs in it. I wanted to use up as much of it as I could, and I have enough left that I think I could get a pair of shorty socks out of it. And I did hold the main color with 2 strands of Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair in the colorway Dusty Blue Petroleum. Just wanted a fuzz. I wanted a fuzz that would not necessarily add color because I did not want to take away from the beautiful dye job of the main color. So it matches perfectly. I love this. This with like a graphic t-shirt, it's gonna be my jam. I apologize for the state that this is in. Sock Talk before last couldn't decide what self-striping yarn to cast on. And I put up on all my socials, what do you guys think? Overwhelmingly, it was the green, so I casted the green on. The blue is sitting right here on my shelf waiting. As soon as these needles are free, the blue's going on them. I'm sorry. This is a mess. This is the Shades of Pemberley on Brit Sock from Nomadic Yarns. I'm so sorry, this is in an awkward position. I'm on the second half of my second shadow wrap heel. So I just wanted to do something simple with these. So I just did a 3x1 rib. I did 33 rounds for the cuff and then tacked it down on the inside, either knit 2 together or purl 2 together as the pattern came. Then just worked down the leg. Then I got to the heel and I'm like, I really don't want to do a stock in that heel. So I'm playing with my shadow wraps and I continued the 3x1 rib down the shadow wrap. And I think it looks pretty snazzy. Really like the way that's coming out. So I will also carry the 3x1 rib to my rounded toe in the same brown. The brown is from Loom Wool. That was just a random mini from a random mini set that I had from her. I love the way these are coming out. They do not match. I split my yarn and I'm working 2 at a time on sure as heck can't tell right now, but on 16-inch fixed circulars from Chigu. On US size 0, which is a 2mm. I am almost done with the second heel. These, I haven't been doing any card knitting lately, so these are my pressing mat project. They sit upstairs on my countertop next to my pressing mat, and you'll see why I've been doing a lot of pressing here in a little bit with the super secret surprise. But I've been grabbing these to work a certain amount of stitches every time I have to move my iron. So absolutely loving these. Love Ashley's yarn. No pattern, just winging a 3x1 rib, and absolutely love how these are turning out. As soon as these are done, my blues are going to go on here. So these will be my self-striping needles for the foreseeable future. I actually have some progress on John's Zipper Sweater Light. This is a petite knit pattern. Everybody knows it by now. I did finish the main raglan increases. This looks ridiculous right now. My cable's too small to hold it all out stretched, but I did finish those initial increases. I did try it on him. I am going to read ahead in the pattern now to see just how many more stitches are increased, because I may not be working all of those increases. It can definitely stand to grow a tiny bit more, but I'm not sure I really want it to grow too much more. Now, I think I may play around and go in between sizes up until the sleeve split. Not sure, but it's all in stockinette, so I can do that. This yarn, so fun. We got this at Rhinebeck last year. This is the main color. The main color is Primrose Replay Worsted, which, elephant in the room, they're going out of business on the yarn side anyway. I am very sad. I have 2 sweater quantities up there for myself in Replay. Go snag what you can. It's a beautiful yarn. It's gorgeous. Yeah, super sad they're going out of business. But this is Replay Worsted, held together with their Kriya Cloud. Every time I bring it out, he's excited by it. And that makes, you know, anytime you're knitting something for someone, when they're excited about it, regardless if you're enjoying the process or not. Initially, this was so tight. Oh my goodness. I went down a needle size, and this is very snug to knit with. And I definitely feel like my gauges loosened up a little bit, which has helped. But it wasn't the most enjoyable process in the beginning. So many people call this a slog, and I so understand why. This is a folded collar. I did 1x1 rib for like a mile. Now I'm knitting like, I don't even know how many hundreds of stitches are on my needles for a man-sized thing. Can't wait to split the sleeves off. Oh my gosh. Then I'm just gonna go round, and I don't think it'll take me much time at all. He's like, it's gonna be done by October. I'm like, yes. All I need to do now is read ahead in the pattern, see how many more stitches I'm increasing so I can balance it out, because I don't want to, last thing I want to do is make it too big and have to rip. I don't want to rip Surrey to begin with. And I'm putting a lot of time into it, so I don't want to rip it out. I want to make it right, hopefully the first time. Now into future videos. I'm going to give you a little quick sneak peek of the next sock talk. Our topic of discussion is going to be heels. I'm going to go over all the little tips and tricks and ways that I'm customizing my shadow wrap heels. There's a zillion heels out there. Pick which one fits you the best. For me, shadow wrap heels fit me the best, but now I'm trying to play with them. Stitch count, striping, carrying a pattern down them. So I'm gonna go over that. Then, if you caught last sock talk, and if you haven't, it'll be linked below. Go watch it after this video. But in my hot new sock pattern section, one of the patterns I picked was the hologram socks by Amanda Schwabi. Sorry if I'm butchering your last name, but these have a new to me heel and I want to try it. They also have such a fun texture. So I'm going to be trying this brand new heel. So for those hologram socks, I need to pick a yarn. I get to shop my stash and pick out some yarn for it. But that is in next week's Sock Talk. So since we last had a proper podcast, I only had a few things come in the mail. I'm waiting on my apothecary pre-order, but yarn-wise, it's been pretty quiet. And that's not a bad thing right now because I'm so busy. This is of course I got my sock set from Playful Day Yarns, their Happy Feet Year of Socks. This is July. How freaking fun. I was wondering if she was gonna bring the neon rainbow tweed, and she did. So creamsicle and fun. I really like the idea of it being tonal, where it's not a high contrast. So definitely think I may stripe this in somewhere in the sock. Or I may do big chunks of the main color with a skinny stripe of this one. Might do that too. But I really like that idea where it's more tonal. Total creamsicle vibes. Oh my goodness. Okay, next up. I have not bought from Palmer Yarn Co. in a while. I love her dye style. Oh my gosh. You want to see how much I love her dye style? Oh my goodness. I have an entire basket of sock sets from her. This entire thing. She did a year-long club. I did that. And then I did a whole bunch of other ones. I love her sock sets. So she had put up a shop update with several new variegated yarns. And I just loved this one. It was so fun. It is called Kaleidoscope. It is just awesome. And if you separate it out, there's all these fun colors in between and greens. It's awesome. I'm dying to cast this on. This may be my hologram socks. I'm not sure. It's so fun. Oh my gosh. And I love her base. This is on her soft sock base, which is a 80/20 superwash merino and nylon. It's just awesome. And again, it is from Palmer Yarn Co. Last thing that came in the mail. This was so cool. I woke up in the middle of the night. Why? Because menopause. And I popped on Instagram and I saw that Gwen from Bella Flato had posted this beautiful green color. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I passed on her last collection and she's got extras up in her shop right now. I'm fighting the urge to go get some. But she had posted this reel of her son dyeing yarn. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. You know, all in the family. And I'm all for putting your kids to work and showing them, you know, if you put hard work into something, you will get something out of it. Then I read her post. And I really understood it. And jumped on her shop and there was one left. I got the last one. And I'm so happy I did. Her son wanted a new baseball bat. And apparently these things are wildly expensive. So she told him, do all the work, develop the colorway, you will have your baseball bat. I freaking love the fact that I got to support this. I love that she posted the whole process and then she posted him. They of course sold out because I got the last one. And she of course posted him with his brand new bat. And I had no idea the color way actually came from the bat, the design on the bat. So freaking cool. He even designed and did the ball bands and everything. So this is Hey Batter Batter. It's so cool. Oh my goodness, these speckles are amazing. The tonality of the seafoam, like aqua, it's so cool. Like, oh my gosh. I love it. This is my heart in a skein of yarn. I've always been drawn to these colors, and I haven't bought them in forever. He designed the cute little ball band and drew on them and sent everybody a thank you note. You know, it was so cool to be able to purchase not only a color I am so excited about, but the story behind it as well. Okay, I think all of the nitty chatty news is out of the way. I think it's time to spill the beans on our big surprise. So behind the scenes, John and I have been cooking up a brand new little business venture. I will be expanding my Etsy shop and rebranding it for our first shop update, which will take place on Friday, August 28th. Before I go any further, drop me a comment below. Let me know what time works best for you for shop updates. All that aside, we've been feverishly working our little tails off. Everything we've been creating is totally designed by us. We've customized everything. Oh my goodness. We're like excited because we really think we did a good job. But then at the same time, we're like nervous. Like, oh my gosh, what if nobody likes anything we've done? I'm gonna go over John's things first. In the beginning of the episode, you will have seen when I talked about my finished Dragonfly socks, I had these super, oh my goodness, you can't even see them through my face. I had these super fun neon green sock blockers. Well, they were crafted and designed by John when he first got his CNC machine. He told me that I could carve acrylic. My first thought goes to, I want some sock blockers. 2-3 months ago now, he's like, I feel ready for acrylic. So he bought the bits. We bought some just random acrylic to test on before we bought the good stuff. These are part of the result. These are mine. I've had these and I am not babying them whatsoever because I really want to give them a good run through on everything. Sizing was a little tricky. We had to, interpret what do we want to do. There's US sizing, then there's UK sizing. There's all different sizes for feet. Do you go with shoe size? Do you go with inches, heel to toe? What do you do? So in the end, we decided to go heel to toe, and we tried to make these unisex in the way that the small and medium are more for women, the large are for larger women and men. So John designed sock blockers. It's really, really hard to see on these. Maybe you can see better on these. So we have 3 sizes. We have our smalls, we have mediums and larges. They all come carved with the size carved in them. They will all come in a pair. And I found these cute little hanging rings that are just unscrew, easily detachable, so you can keep them together when you're blocking or not. And they look really pretty, so you can hang them up. John fully designed the shape of the stars, where they are, all that jazz, to give you enough airflow to actually block your socks without being too much. Took into account thickness, took into account the carving of them, so there are 0 sharp edges to catch on your yarn. These are based on heel to toe measurement and not a size, because let's face facts. One size 7 women's shoe is not going to be the same as another size 7 women's shoe. The actual measurement is more accurate. Now the only input I had on these, besides the length of the foot to make, was I have seen this topic complained about so many times. So many people say they have to reblock their socks, or at least the cuff of their socks, when it's ribbed, because their sock blockers are too wide and they stretch the heck out of it, and then it's baggy. And a rib is supposed to cinch in and be slightly snug to keep the sock up. When you block it, that goes away. So I had him keep the leg narrower. It is roughly the same width as the foot. So it will block it out enough, but not stretch it out. We really put a lot of thought into the design. But as far as shape, all that jazz, even the font, my pair has a different font. My pair has a different font on it than the actual shop pairs. John didn't like it in the end. He liked it in the S. He didn't like it in the M, and he didn't like it in the L, so he changed them all to a nice block font. We picked 4 colors that we think are pretty fun. So for transparents, we have this neon green fluorescent. We also have pink neon fluorescent. Then we have, and I don't have a big blocker over here, I have a keychain, but we have a nearly opaque purple and a nearly opaque blue. The blue is like an aqua teal pretty color, and the purple is so pretty. So this one still has the paper on the back. I only peeled the front of it. They still have to be cleaned. They get cleaned wherever they're carved to get all the little stuff out of it. Yes. So John has been carving his little heart out for custom acrylic sock blockers. They will come in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. And then he's also been working on bag charms and sock blocker keychains. These are so fun. We could not use the stars in these because it was just too small. So he went with a more traditional sock blocker layout. And I found these really fun multicolored key rings. Then he took a skein of yarn design, put his own custom heart into it, and used fancy bits and tool paths to create a beautiful carve. These we will have in our core 4 colors. So we will have the sock blocker keychains as well as the bag charms in our core 4 colors, the fluorescent transparent neons and the nearly opaques. So we will have those available. So cute and fun. Then he's also been playing around with some glitter acrylic. So we also have a ton of super fun glitters available. They're so cute. These are all made out of premium cast acrylic, which is far stronger than plexiglass. It is more scratch resistant and resistant to wear and tear and chemicals and anything you can pretty much throw at it. I've had mine. These were one of the first pairs that he carved. I literally, there's just dog hair on them. You can, get my face out of it, you can just wipe them off with Windex and a cloth. They're great, and they're so pretty. They literally have been sitting down here on his whiskey barrel table, and they literally glow at night. It's kind of crazy. That's the fluorescent aspect of them. But these are holding up so fabulous. Like I said, I literally throw them in my shelf, I throw them in my basket, toss them on the floor. I'm not babying these suckers. That is not what I'm all about doing. So these will be coming to the shop update from John. He's so excited. He's so nervous. He just wants to make sure that people like what he's done, and he's really enjoying it too. He's actually enjoying the process of designing, and there were some headaches along the way. That's how things go. There's ebb and flow and trial and tribulation, but I think he's got himself a winner. Now on to my end of it. I put on my Make 9. I kept putting this off and putting it off. I wanted to sew myself some quilted project bags. Well, I did. And as soon as I didn't even finish the first one yet, which I should have brought it down, it's upstairs. I immediately was like, I want to do this. I wonder if other people would like these too. I really didn't see anybody doing my style. So many tweaks later. Oh my goodness, that poor first bag got ripped out at least a dozen times between trying to pick out materials and tweak the design to be exactly what I wanted. I did not want a cookie cutter product to be what everybody else is. And it's really hard when you're making a drawstring project bag. It's really hard to make it unique, but I tried to put all of the little touches into it to really make it shine. So I will be offering quilted project bags. I'm so excited about these. Again, just like John's all nervous, I hope people like them. I tried to break down every aspect of the bag and decide what would I want, what irks me. So I started with canvas bottoms. I started with cotton bottoms. Then I went to canvas. John's like, no, waxed canvas. So thanks to John, they all have waxed canvas bottoms. And if you're not familiar with waxed canvas, it's essentially a canvas fabric that has a coating of wax on it. It's clear, not gonna come off, not gonna stain anything. It's there for durability. It can just be wiped off. You can throw it on the floor of your car, not worry about it. You can throw it outside on the ground, not worry about it. Also with the fabric, it's been starched, which gives it a resistant coating to stains. Spot clean it with a Shout wipe or a Tide pen. I did take my logo and I had these cute little labels made. Oh my goodness. And those were sourced by a small business on Etsy, as well as the waxed canvas. Not from the same person, but I tried to source as much as I could from small businesses. These are fully lined with medium weight fusible lining. They will stand up on their own, but they are comfortable to use. I didn't want to make something that was so stiff that it wasn't cute or comfortable to use. I don't like things that are stuffy. So they feature a locking drawstring so that you don't have to worry about it coming undone. I also went through so much. I don't know why this took me so long to come up with a design I liked, but they all feature a removable handle. So you can just take this off and put it on something else if you want. And they all coordinate with the bag. There's also a D-ring on here, which is triple stitched so that it's a very durable. You can hook your stitch markers on here as you take them off, or you can hook bag charms on them, whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. The tops on all of them are quilted. I did not use quilted batting. I just used the fusible lining because I didn't want them to be too thick. I don't like these bags that have the foam quilted in or lined. They're too stiff. The bag then takes up too much room and you can't get anything in it. And it's just not flexible and it's like stuffy. I love playing with color, and I love playing with color with my yarn. I am loving picking fabrics out and picking fabric collections out. It's been so much fun. So this is a more neutral palette that's available, but inside all of my bags will come with a light colored neutral lining so you can see what's in it. If you put a dark fabric inside your bag, it's going to be like a cave. Can't see in it. I want you to be able to open the bag and see what's inside. They all have pockets. Now, super reinforced pockets. So I'm going to take the lining out of this one so you can see. But one of my pet peeves with bags is when it's just a strip of fabric used as the pocket. I don't like that. These are lined, so they have some durability to them. If you've sewn pockets at all, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, it is common practice to essentially stitch an extra triangle at the top to reinforce the pocket as you're dipping your hand in and, you're putting stress. Well, I took it one step further and I also reinforced to the bottoms. Another pet peeve of mine. I can't stand when you reach your hand all the way down in a pocket and there's like stuff that gets stuck in the corners of your pockets. I can't stand it. So I cornered those off. So there are no little annoying corners for stuff to get stuck in. And as well as the rest of the bag, the lining is also lined with medium weight fusible lining. So it's durable. And that also helps it to stand up on its own without being stuffy. So you can take this and squish it up, but it will stand back up so nicely. So this is one of the fabric collections that I have made bags for. Another one is this pretty peach. So cute. The cute little gingham plaid on top. I love to pick out a few fabrics from the collection to coordinate the top and the handle. And sometimes I will find a super cute coordinating pocket fabric that will be different. This one, I found the most adorable sheep and geese. They're so cute. So that is the pocket for this fabric collection. And this, haven't mentioned this yet, there will be 3 main sizes. This is the size small. So this is perfect for socks, hats, single to, I would say, up to 2 skeins plus your project will fit beautifully in these. I also have a medium, which I would say can fit anywhere from 2 to 4 to 5 skeins of a project. Probably get a top in it or a t-shirt. Heavy sweater, that would go in the large bag. That I can safely say would fit 8 to 10 skeins in your project. So these are all the size small that I'm showing you just because it was easier to bring it down. But they all feature all of the same things. I love these fabrics. And I do pick a coordinating wax canvas for the bottom. Now, these are not done. These are just a shell. But the last couple days and this week, I've been working on some cute little Halloween bags, cute little ghosties and spiders and skeletons, as well as this super cute gold and powder blue and different blues, these bees and flowers. So sweet and cute. Again, these aren't finished. These are just shells, empty shells. Yeah, there's a million steps to these bags. I will time myself at some point, start to finish with one. I've been working, I work about 7 or 8 bags at a time. I work them in chunks. I do all the quilt tops. Then I cut everything else. Then I start assembling in one chunk. Then I'll assemble in another chunk. So there's a lot of work that goes into these. It's kind of frightening. Not exactly sure I want to know how much time I spend on one of them, but I'm enjoying it. Then once those are completed, I have a beautiful stock of fall fabrics here that I'm going to be making some fall bags out of. This beautiful top, I'm going to use this beautiful plaid gingham, and then I have this gorgeous mossy wax canvas for the bottoms. But there will be fall bags in our shop update as well. Also working, I'm tired just thinking about this. I'm also working on zipper notions pouches. Those may not make it in the first shop update. I'm going to get the Halloween and the blue bags done, and then I'm going to get the fall bags done. If I have time, I'll put the notions pouches in. Otherwise, those are going to have to wait until the next update. I really hope that you guys like what we're doing. Please let me know. Drop me a comment. Are you excited about it? Do you really like it? Is it something new and different? let me know. Oh my goodness. Me and John are so nervous, but we're so excited. It's such a weird feeling because we think that we've, really got a little niche for ourselves and we've designed everything we're creating. I have tweaked all of my sizes on the bags and all the little touches I did myself. And like with his sock blockers, I just gave him the size for the heel to toe. And then the fact that I didn't want the leg too wide. That was it. He did the rest of it. He did it all. And there's so much to CNC carving. It is not plug and play by any means. So he spent months and months teaching himself. But we're really enjoying what we're doing. So the last piece of our shipping supplies came in. We got our business cards. They're so cute. So we wanted to do something different and nice. So we custom made these business cards with our little story on it. It's not your average little business card you stick in your wallet or you just throw away. So, and then on the back, it has QR code to all of our links, everywhere you can find us, and my new logo that I created. So this is so fun. And our mountain of boxes. Oh my goodness. We got more boxes in the mail. And Sophia's like, why do you have more boxes? I'm like, because it just worked out that we needed one size for the small blockers, one size for the medium blockers, and one size for the large blockers. Oh my goodness. We researched all that too. We got the bubble wrap. That looked like a wrapped body on my doorstep one day when we got home. I ran up to the door and I kicked it. I'm like, oh, it's not a body. But we really put thought into everything. So these are going to come beautifully packaged if you want to give them as a gift to, or as a gift to yourself. It's really nice to get something in the mail that someone took just an extra minute and just a little bit of extra thought to really put that together for you. And put little personal touches, or just, you can tell who goes the extra mile. And those are people that you want to continue to do business with and you want to continue to support. All that aside, August 28th, Friday, put an alarm out now for yourself. Don't know what time I'm going to update the shop. Drop me a comment. Let me know what time works best for you, or what time do you like to see shop updates go live. Our rough plan moving forward is we will always keep the sock blockers stocked and the keychains and bag charms. We are looking into expanding the bag charm designs. That is extremely difficult because everything that John makes out of acrylic is carved. It is not etched by any means. Etching works only on the surface. Carving goes deep with multiple bits to get multiple effects. So it's really hard to get things to show up. So you have to there's only so many simulations you can do in his computer program before you just have to throw it on a piece of acrylic and see how it looks. But anyway, we are looking at expanding the bag charm designs. So we're looking at always having the acrylic stuff stocked. And if something is sold out in a color and a size you want, you'll be able to message us on Etsy and we can have that made up for you. We are keeping all the colors on hand. So, and if there's another color you'd like to see, let us know. We're always open to suggestions. Same thing with fabrics too. If there's different colors you'd like to see, different themes, let me know. But that's our big secret. So again, let me know. Maybe send some words of encouragement because we're super nervous that, oh my goodness, nobody's going to show up or nobody's going to like it. So let us know what you think. Okay, I've been yammering on for so long. I will just briefly go over life stuff. As far as reading, watching, and listening, I am still, what's the book even called? I'm bouncing back and forth reading and listening to, don't even remember what it's called. Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. Now, this, I don't even know what genre. I think realistic, no. What was it? Somebody on some podcast, I need to write these damn things down. I need to get myself a notebook that I just stick next to my computer so I can jot notes down. Because menopausal Katie isn't going to remember a damn thing. I think it was like something weather related fiction or something. I can't remember. Anyway, it is a good book. So I've never bounced back and forth between reading and listening before, but I've been listening when I've been sewing, and then I won't take my headphones to bed at night, so I will pick it up and read it at night. Excellent book, though. Just excellent book. As far as watching, I feel like I've been going to the movies all the time lately. Oh my goodness. What have we seen lately? We took the kids to see Minions. That was a little while ago. We took them to see the new Toy Story. Didn't particularly love that. What else did we just go see with that? Oh, we just went and saw the new Spider-Man. That was good. Definitely a different feel than the rest of them, but still really good. John and I went to go see Odyssey. Somehow we got opening weekend tickets. Don't even know how the heck that worked out. But then we're like, and we knew about this before, but we didn't know there was one this close to us. It's meant to be shot. It was shot, and it's meant to be seen in 70 millimeter IMAX. We didn't realize we have one of those like 45 minutes from us. So somehow we snagged tickets. Next weekend, we're going to go see that in its intended format, which is really cool because we've never seen an IMAX movie. So it'll be really neat to go out and see that. It was an excellent movie. Excellent movie. The cinematography on it was really good. Like, you weren't even thinking about the actors and actresses. You were thinking about, wow, that's a really cool shot. Definitely recommend it. TV shows. I know Ted Lasso came back. I'm kind of, anytime they bring a show back that they should have ended, I feel like they're going to screw it up. So I'm kind of putting off watching that. But that came back. Me and John are rewatching Silo. The first season of that show was really, really good. We're into season 2 again, where I feel like it kind of goes down a little bit. I don't like the super dark episodes. What is this? Give me some sort of light source, people. Can't see a damn thing. So I just sit and knit. No point in looking at the TV because you can't see anything. But that's a great show too. Of course, we are keeping up with our Big Brother 3 nights a week. That's the only show we ever watch live. Ever. Once in a great while we watch Survivor live, but pretty much that's it. We just watch our Big Brother live. Crazy bananas stuff this year. Definitely, we were a little hesitant about some of the cast they brought in, especially Dee and Devins from Survivor, but they've been excellent. Definitely excellent. A lot of things shaken up every week, and oh my goodness, it's a great time. And there's so much TV coming back too in the next month. I feel like we're gonna be drowning in TV, but drowning in TV means Katie is sitting on her butt knitting. I kind of miss knitting, people. I really, since I've been sewing so much, I haven't been knitting hardly at all. I feel like I would have had so much more done, but I am enjoying sewing and quilting. So yeah, that's a plus. Weather's been bananas. Oh my goodness. We have a heat warning. It's supposed to be 100 degrees today again. I thought we were over with this. It came through yesterday and we're like, what the heck? And the rain, our poor yard has been so flooded at times, and the gutters don't even stand a chance. The rain just shoots right off your roof. Terrible. But I haven't had to water a plant in probably at least a month. But we did have to cut back one of our Rosa Sharon trees, which was really sad. because he had his flower buds. He probably, I don't know, 200-300 of them. So with the torrential downpours, he was super weighed down. We had to sacrifice nearly all of the flowers this year to save him so his branches didn't break. No amount of staking and tying up was gonna save it. So to sacrifice our little guy this year. But I think that's it. I think before, oh my goodness, I have been recording for 1 hour and 13 minutes. Okay, I need to go. Of course, that's gonna go down when I edit, but yeah, I've been rambling a lot. Drop me a comment. Let me know what time works best for you for shop updates. And let me know what you think about our super secret projects we've been working on. Are you excited? Is there something you'd like to see? Do you not like something? Let me know your thoughts. Please let us know. All right, guys, I am out of here. I'm going to go upload this, do some more sewing, maybe do a little knitting. Probably not at this point today, but I'm going to try. And it's a pipe dream, and maybe I can do it. But then I generally get in a rabbit hole of looking at fabrics for future bags. Oh my goodness. All right. So until next time, when you tune in to see what Katie knits.